You ready?
Absolutely.
Looks like you are. All right. Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bros Talk MMA.
Shama.
I'm your host, Utica, undeniably the illest cat around, a.k.a. Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. I'm here with my bro host extraordinaire.
You know what it is. It's RayBuck. It's Checkle Jordan. It is give me my belt, hand me my crown.
Yeah, I mean, you got me. You started out the year, you beat me in picks. And salute to you. There's not really much I can say except for you got lucky, bitch. I ain't even fucking worried about that one. This is like preseason to me. The first
What are we talking about?
Fight night event of the year, let alone the first card of the year. That shit's like, a scrimmage game for me.
Really?
So that's cool. That's cool that all of a sudden 5 underdogs just wanted to come out of nowhere and just fucking, whoop ass on a night that, it should have been pretty clear cut who was going to win. But hey, shit happens. It's all good.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
This card though, this is a pay-per-view. This is the first pay-per-view event of the year. So I think the gloves are off for this one. I'm ready to go.
So this isn't a preseason event.
Nah.
No,
We're past the preseason. This is the real deal. It's pay-per-view. So it's all good though. But salute to you. You got the first one and went up. No, we split the fight, so we're still at. He's 17 fights ahead, but we'll get into all that right now. Once again,
Wait.
Hold up.
Wait a damn minute, something's wrong here.
I went up 2 fights on this card.
Mm-hmm.
So that put me at 19 fights.
You didn't go up 2 fights. We split it, right? Didn't we split? Oh no, we didn't. We
Sure
split
didn't.
up until the end. Oh man. Okay, so I want to say you're up like 19 fights then.
You right.
God damn.
I went 9-5.
It's getting hot in this motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Well, all right. Well, looks like I got some work ahead of me for the year. But we're here to cover the first pay-per-view of the year. It's going to be UFC 311. Main event is going to be a lightweight championship fight. We got Islam Makhachev going up against Armen Tsarukyan. We also got a championship bantamweight fight for the co-main event. We got Merab Dvalishvili going up against Umar Nurmagomedov. It's going to be a 14-fight card. We've had a couple of switch outs, but have still maintained the 14 fights. We're going to start things off in the women's division. We have a bantamweight bout between Karol Rosa going up against Ailin Perez. We got Rosa coming in. They're 7-3 in the UFC, 18-6 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Perez coming in. They are 4-1 in the UFC, 11-2 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Perez in this one by either decision or KO. Both these women are the same age. I just believe that the edge in the grappling is going to go to Ailin Perez, which I've seen Rosa in the past, not offer much in the grappling department. So if she's not able to keep this fight at distance and she lets Perez get her up against the cage or on the ground, it's either just going to be a lot of dominance for 3 rounds, or she might be able to ground and pound, get a TKO, and get her up out of there. Rosa, the only thing she really got going for her is a reach advantage. She's probably got the edge in striking, but it's not like dangerous striking. It's more just like competitive, point striking. So I'm going to be going with Perez in this one. I believe that she can either get this done, like I said, by a TKO or possibly a submission, but her route to victory is definitely going to be on the ground.
I agree with you. I think Perez, she's not the better striker, but she's the more volume-heavy striker of the 2 ladies. I do think she's got the better ground game. Karol Rosa is just a sniper. She wants to sit on the outside. She wants to pick her shots. And I think that's hard to get done without the power behind those shots.
Mm.
So that being said, I've got to go with Ailin Perez as well. She's gonna put it on her, and she's gonna put it on her for 3 rounds. As long as she's able to manage her gas tank. I have seen Perez get a little get a little gassed out in that, 3rd round. So if she's able to manage her cardio, she's gonna be all right. She's gonna go ahead and get her up out of here.
I hope also this is something to note. There could be potential factors mentally coming into this fight. Unfortunately, Ailin Perez, or fortunately, depending on who you are, I don't know. But unfortunately, Perez had some content leak onto the internet. And so it's kind of unclear whether that was supposed to be on purpose or if something she sent to somebody got put onto the internet. But I will say, it was everything I thought it would be. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Moving on to the next fight on the card, we got a flyweight bout between Tagir Ulanbekov going up against Clayton Carpenter. We got Ulanbekov coming in for. I thought you were reaching for your phone. For real, I was like, this thing is hilarious. We got Ulanbekov coming in 4-1 in the UFC, 15-2 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Carpenter coming in. They are 2-0 in the UFC and 8-0 overall. We got, let's see, I'm going to be going with Ulanbekov in this one by either submission or decision. They're going to be the older fighter by 5 years, taller and longer. Definitely got the edge in grappling and just more UFC experience overall. Carpenter is going to be the younger of the 2 fighters with, I would say, the edge in the striking department. Not much more info on them outside of that, but it's pretty much just, Dagestani wrestling up against fucking, an American striker. If he has some wrestling, I'm sure it'll be good, but I just don't think it's going to be on a Dagestani level. So my pick is with Ulanbekov in this one.
I'd rather agree with the Ulanbekov pick. His name ends in a V, and his country of origin ends in a stan. It's really hard to pick against those guys.
Enough said.
Just one of those things.
Funny you say that, considering later on in this card, we'll have to revisit this whole, his name ends at the V and he's from Russia, blah, 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 blah. We'll be revisiting that here shortly, but you can continue.
We will be. It is a fight-by-fight basis. That is why I won the last card, because I do take these on a fight-by-fight basis. But that being said, on this particular one, his name ends in a B, and his country of origin ends in a stan.
Russians.
For sure.
So.
Hey, it's the facts are, have been proven, so, can't say much. All right, moving on to the bantamweight division. We got a fight between Ricky Turcios going up against Bernardo Sopaj. We got Turcios coming in 2-2 in the UFC, 12-4 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Sopaj coming in. They are 0-1 in the UFC, 11-3 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. My pick in this one's going to be with Sopaj by either KO or decision. They're the younger fighter, slightly smaller of the 2. Actually, no, they're pretty significantly smaller in reach and height. They're going to have the edge and the power, though. So I just believe that they have pretty crisp striking. I mean, they can, tend to get into firefights, but for the most part, when they throw to, finish, but also, like they're concise about it. They're not just out there just winging punches. Turcios is going to be older by 7 years, taller and longer. He's definitely going to, pour on the volume. He's going to have good pace. He's probably going to have the edge and the cardio. So if this fight, and he's even going to have versatile striking. So it's like, if this fight goes the full 3, it's probably going to play more into his hands. But the finishing capabilities are all gonna fall on Sopaj. So that's who I'm gonna be going with.
I've got to agree with Sopaj
Excuse me.
as my my winner in this particular fight. Like you said, he does have, I think, maybe not better striking, but he is going to put more volume on. I've always got to go with the volume striker. Again, I think this is another one where if he's able to manage his cardio throughout the entire 3 rounds, then he takes the dub on this one. Ricky Turcios is just, again, he doesn't have a high enough amount of volume for me, and I don't think that his wrestling is quite as good. So I gotta go with Sopaj on this one.
For
Keep
sure.
it pretty simple. I know I'm not giving y'all a whole lot right here, but you know what I mean. It's easy. You know what I mean. It's easy to figure this out.
All right, moving on to the lightweight division. We got Grant Dawson going up against Diego Ferreira. We got Dawson coming in. They are 10-1 with 1 draw in the UFC, 22-2 with that 1 draw overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Ferreira coming in. They are 10-5 in the UFC, 19-5 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. I'm actually going to be going with Ferreira in this one, by either KO or decision. They're going to be the older fighter by 10 years. They are 40 years old. Longer of the 2 fighters. And I would say definitely has the edge in the striking. Dawson, they're going to be younger, slightly taller, with a definite edge in the grappling, but Ferreira is like not a slouch either. So it's not like he's just, he's going to make him work for it and hopefully, be able to get back to his feet and just K this fool. That's really what I can see happening. Dawson, he's a great grappler, but I feel like that's really all he has, and if he's not able to get that going, I just feel like, Ferreira's going to be able to piece him up and eventually start stuffing shit. And even though he's old, or at least old for fight years, I think he's got plenty in the tank. So I'm going to be going with Ferreira.
I disagree. I've got to go with the younger Grant Dawson in this one. He's going.
Did you just change up?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's Ben Dawson. Like I never switched out.
Are you sure about that?
Dawson, for all the reasons you just named. He's longer. He's taller. He's, you know what I mean, the better grappler.
He's not. I said Ferreira is the longer fighter.
He is not, though.
A few moments later.
74-inch reach, but this fool's taller.
Taller. Okay. So I had a back. You're right. Okay. You know what I mean? Players buck up too.
Man, you might make picks, bro, but I produced this show.
Damn, son.
You might want to take some notes.
All right. Let me just go ahead and get after it. Grant Dawson is 10 years younger than Diego Ferreira. He's 1 inch taller. He's got 2 inches shorter of reach. But that's not going to fucking matter. Because he's going to whip his ass. He's coming out of American Top Team as his camp. And he's going to put it on him. I mean, I'm not sure what more I need to say than that, other than
he don't got no hands, bro.
But he has hands enough.
And
he's not outclassed.
Fucking Bobby fucking Green, fucking that punch must have been so fast because it literally just looked like fucking just it barely clipped homie, and he fell like fucking a sack of potatoes, bro. Like it was sad.
Bobby Green did starch Grant Dawson.
It was
okay,
crazy.
I can agree with that. But if we're talking about the last 5 fights, that's his 1 loss out of the last 5. Whereas Ferreira has 3 losses out of his last 5.
Okay.
So
I get what you're saying, but I mean, he's gonna have to eat a couple to get inside. I just don't know if he can withstand that kind of punishment.
Well, I think if he gets after the game plan of the grappling early, he'll be all right. It's whether or not if he, sits there and tries to phone booth with this dude, and then yes, he'll probably get starched again. But I don't see it. I think we'll be all right.
Okay.
Grant Dawson for the win.
For sure.
That'll be my second one that I'll have over. So you know what I mean. At this point, I'll be 2 up on you by this part of the card.
For sure, whatever you say.
I'm just saying. It's the truth.
Moving on to a bantamweight bout, we have Rinya Nakamura going up against Muin Gafurov. We got Nakamura coming in. They're 3-0 in the UFC, 9-0 overall. We got Gafurov coming in. They are 1-2 in the UFC, 10-6 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Gafurov in this one by KO or decision. They're going to be the slightly younger of the two fighters. Edge and power. I believe, if this is going to be a striking match primarily, he's definitely going to have the edge and the power, I believe. And if it goes to the ground, I think he'd probably have the edge there too. Nakamura, they're slightly older by a year. I don't have a lot of info on them, but from what I've seen, they definitely like to throw hands. I don't think they're going to be going in there to grapple either. And they're not afraid to make this a firefight. So it's going to be two guys, I feel like, chins out, just throwing for the fences, and whoever gets clipped first. And I believe because of that slight power advantage I'm going to give to Gafurov, he'll be able to put Nakamura's lights out if he's able to catch him before Nakamura catches him.
And Gafurov does have the power advantage. Unfortunately, Nakamura is going to have the volume advantage. He's going to keep pushing, keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Just keep throwing his hands. His hands never really ever stop. Gafurov may have a little bit better wrestling, but I think Nakamura's wrestling defense is also very high level. I definitely saw in his last fight he was able to get out of a lot of submission attempts. My one worry is that he also kind of puts himself in bad position to be even in a submission attempt. So that scares me about Nakamura. But again, he's going to put volume on him. He can last all 3 rounds. He just has an endless gas tank, and it's just a real machine. So I've got to go with Nakamura for the win against this one.
3 fights, get those back, go down a couple fights in the last card, get them shits right back. Moving on to a light heavyweight fight. We got Bogdan Guskov going up against Billy Elikana. We got Guskov coming in. They are 2-1 in the UFC, 16-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Elikana coming in. They're making their UFC debut. They're going to be 7-1 overall and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. My pick's going to be with Guskov in this one by either KO or decision. They're going to be the older fighter by 3 years, slightly taller of the two. Slightly taller. And once again, I just believe that they're going to carry the power advantage in the striking. So whereas they may not throw the volume, I think that their strikes are just going to have way more impact than what Elikana has to offer. Elikana, newcomer, not a lot of info on him, but not a lot, that I've seen from them, from what I could, gather shortly, just real quick. It wasn't anything too impressive. I think they're just, here to fill out the roster, and if they're able to get one off, cool. But if not, then that just helps, further boost Guskov's profile, and the UFC wins. So that's pretty much how I got this fight. But I'm gonna be going with Guskov though.
I'm going to agree with that Guskov pick because I believe this is a short notice fight for Elikana, if I'm correct. I think he showed up a little bit, not like super short notice, but you know what I mean, within a few weeks or so.
Like a fight they put together.
Yeah.
I
I think Guskov was good. Who was he going against? He was going against someone else.
Oh, he's going to go up against Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker. Walker had an injury. So I don't think I would have gone with Guskov even over Johnny Walker. And I think Johnny Walker is a way better striker than Elikana. So that being said, Bogdan is already trained for a striker. He trained for a better striker than what Elikana is. Elikana just has no volume. He's a very boring fighter, in my opinion. I didn't see a lot of power in his hands. He's kind of a point striker. So Bogdan Guskov has got to be my guy. And this should be an easy dub for him.
Okay. Moving on to the men's bantamweight division, we have Peyton Talbot going up against Raoni Barcelos. We got Talbot coming in 3-0 in the UFC, 9-0 overall. We got Barcelos coming in 7-4 in the UFC, 18-5 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. Okay, so I had previously given Talbot my 2024 overrated fighter. That's just what I felt like. I feel like he's definitely a good fighter, but just the way he's being pitched to the people is like he's this fucking super dope young prospect that's just going to change the game and show this evolution of the mixed martial arts fucking sport and da 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 da. But I mean, to be honest, like he's good and he definitely, has potential, but I just feel like he ain't smoking fools the way that he's being portrayed.
He's not minus 1,400 good. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing
And
here?
then we got that going on. It's kind of wild to me.
It also feels very similar to like a kind of the Bo Nickel come up. Where they're pushing so hard for him to be one of the next superstars. And
it's one of those things where I kind of feel like when the company tries to push people, it's like, it's like let the people choose, who the stars are and who, we want to see. Like when these guys try to push fools down our fucking throat and shit, bro, it's just like
pause.
I mean, I kind of, but there's no really other way to I don't know. Anyways, they put these fools fucking in front. I don't even want to say this. They put these fools in your face enough to fucking you be thinking like, okay, I'm about to see something, and then they go out there.
Pause.
Oh my. Then they go out there and they fucking shit the bed. So it's just, I don't know. Like Talbot also, was bro's favorite fighter, not favorite fighter, but like somebody he's looking forward to seeing in 2025. So he's like definitely a top prospect to look at, but I just don't think he's as dope as everybody's making him out to be. He's gonna be the younger, taller, and longer of the two fighters. He's gonna have the edge in the striking and possibly the grappling, but I guess saying that he's overrated, this is the perfect opportunity for him to show me, that he's on the rise. I mean, I still think like Barcelos is like, it's like some gatekeeper, this is a setup fight, sort of. Like Barcelos is a vet, super vet, older by 11 years though, smaller of the two fighters, and really the only thing he has going for him is his edge and the experience that he has in the UFC, and he's just a super dog and he's super durable. So this is one of those scenarios where I could see Talbot, if he's not able to get him out of there in the first or early second round, then you're gonna start. I mean, I watched him struggle with Nick Aguirre, and it wasn't necessarily he was struggling like getting fucked up. It was just like he wasn't able to get him out of there, and then you just start to see. I don't care who you are, you start to get tired, and then it's just like two cats. Just one dude's obviously not as skilled as the other, but the dude with the skills is just not as he's not able. The dude that he's facing is too much of a dog for him to actually get him out of there. So it's just one of those things where I could totally see this being like the vet fucking, out dogging the young pup, but I can also see this being, Talbot either just like point fighting his way to decision and it looking, just like kind of like a clinic, or I could see it, or he could pull out a highlight finish. But I don't know. There's something that tells me that like it's just going to be him, getting a very kind of just underwhelming decision win.
And I could agree with that. I think Talbot wins this fight. I felt like we kind of just talked shit like he was going to be the loser in this fight. He's not going to be the loser. In my opinion, I think he's going to win. But it's not going to be the exciting minus 1,400 win.
Yeah.
Minus 1,400 is a first round knockout to me, or first round submission, or like just a complete outclassing.
The bet then at that point is just how quick does he get him the fuck out of there.
Right? Like it's no longer a money line bet. I'm not betting on whether or not he's going to win. I'm betting on what round, and I shouldn't even really be betting on what round.
Method.
I should be betting on what method he's going to win. Should be betting on an over and under in the first round. Like that's what that should be. And it's not that. I don't think. Now, he could surprise us. It could be crazy. I don't think it will be. I think he will win. I think he has the ability to finish. I'm not sure if he's going to finish necessarily. But take Peyton Talbot for the win. And God, he's going to be expensive if you put him in your lineups for DraftKings.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be the most expensive cat for the fantasy lineups. And then is he gonna be worth that? Is he gonna be a fucking $9,600 dollar pick, and then he goes in there and posts 70 points?
Yeah, I think you definitely fade Peyton Talbot in your fantasy picks.
Yeah, I don't think it's not necessary. Barsalis is too much of a dog, literally. And if this is primarily a stand-up fight, then unless Peyton Talbot pours on like 200 significant strikes and just fucking just punches this fool up for fucking 3 rounds, Barsalis is gonna just sit there and they're gonna just throw punches for 3 rounds, and that doesn't necessarily render a lot of points most times. So.
Right.
But anyways, Talbot for the win. We're waiting to see if he's gonna be this human highlight reel that everyone's making him out to be. It's easy to, make fools look fucking crazy on the regional circuit, but then you hit UFC and then shit starts to level out a little bit.
Absolutely.
So, but anyways, moving on to a middleweight bout, we have Zach Reese going up against Azamat Bekov. We got Reese coming in 2-1 in the UFC, 8-1 overall, and 2-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Bekov making their UFC debut on short notice. Literally, I think as of today, when we were putting our notes together for this show, Cedricus Dumas, or SD Dumas, he ended up having to withdraw from the fight. So he won't be fighting. So I'm assuming someone from the Makhachev team or somebody was like, yo, we come put our boy on, Dana. We got somebody ready to go right now. So, we got Bekov coming in from Russia. He's gonna be making his debut, 18-3 overall, and is currently riding a 6 fight win streak. I'm going to be going with him, actually. I don't necessarily like going with newcomers, especially ones that I haven't gotten a chance to see, really. But I'm just not really all that impressed with Zach Reese. This is more about Zach Reese than it is about Bekov. Bekov, like I said, newcomer, not a lot of info, but I'm just going to assume that, they got that elite grappling and are at least decent with the hands, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna at least just control Reese or possibly knock him out. I mean, this dude literally has subs and KOs on his record. I haven't seen him, so I can't say much. Reese is gonna be slightly older by a year, taller and longer of the two, but once again, I just haven't seen anything that really impresses me about him. He has skills, he has power, he has size, but I just haven't seen him do anything again, and also against anybody, of credit, So it's just like, even in his last fight, it was cool, but I mean, he got dropped on his head the fight before that, and it's like they brought in this dude for his next fight that he kind of looked like, just somebody that would be good to, set Reese up to put him back on the winning track. I don't feel like it was anybody who was like, gonna be a major threat to him. So all in all, that just doesn't say much to me about Reese. So I'm gonna be going with Bekov in this one.
This is a
that was a boring ass fucking breakdown. That's how much I don't not impressed with Reese. I don't even really got much to say about him.
This is a tough fight. This is a tough fight for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a pick, but I want you to take this pick with a grain of salt. Because Zach Reese was training for a striker. Cedricus Dumas is a striker. Azamat Bekov, name ends in a V. His fucking country of origin ends in a stand.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, though,
Yeah.
He doesn't really have a whole lot behind him. I don't know a lot about him. You know what I mean? He's been on the regional scene for quite some time. Which I get it. You know what I mean? He Cam just showed me that he's an American top team. That's good. But again, I'm looking at his Tapology picture, and he hasn't earned his beard yet.
What do you mean by that?
So your name ends in a B, country of origin ends in a Stan, and you don't have a beard? Seems very sus to me.
Bruh.
Smash.
Bruh.
Very.
If
Sus.
that's any sort of type of like truly what you're basing.
I'm
your
truly basing it on that, bro. Absolutely.
You're bringing the integrity of the show into question when you do shit like that.
The integrity of my picks is what needs to be in question, and they're fucking amazing. So you're worried about the integrity of like what's gonna go on here? I'm just telling you, I'm looking at this dude. He looks like a goddamn baby face that belongs like, you know what I mean, in a high school wrestling program.
Bruh, you literally just gave somebody else props for fucking being out of American Top Team. I think, what is it? Is it who is it?
I didn't give anybody props for being out of
Yeah,
American
you did.
Top
You
Team.
did Grant Dawson. You literally, like, we would run it back, which I will do. So,
Grant Dawson is 10 years younger than Diego Ferreira. He's 1 inch taller. He's got 2 inches shorter of reach, but that's not gonna fucking matter, because he's gonna whip his ass. He's coming out of American Top Team.
that shit play for a little bit. Okay, boom. Now everybody knows that you're just you just say shit.
Fuck out of here, boy.
And your picks just they just happen to fall into place.
Cope.
You think for one moment that I have picked an entire year worth of picks, not including the last one we just had, and demolished it, and it was all just because I was making shit up?
Hey,
Because I was throwing darts at the board, and like they just all happened to hit.
hey, a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day.
I was fucking right the entire year.
Finish him.
I missed on, I think, less than a handful of cards, my boy.
All right. I get it.
No fucking beard, no fucking win. That's my pick.
Is this nigga serious?
All right, folks, just remember, I swear, if this fool wins, bro, we're running that shit back heavy. We're running this shit back. I'm just letting you know that. So just be ready for that.
All right.
Anyway, moving on to another middleweight bout on the card. We got Kevin Holland going up against Reinier de Ridder. We got Holland coming in. They are 13-9 with 1 no contest in the UFC. 26-12 with that 1 no contest overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. We got de Ridder coming in. They are 1-0 in the UFC, 18-2 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with de Ridder in this one by either submission or decision. They're gonna be the slightly older of the two, taller of the two, and is probably gonna have the edge in the grappling. Which is basically, the kryptonite to Kevin Holland.
Tell me when the shot's coming.
Kevin Holland's going to be slightly younger and longer of the two with the definite edge in striking, but he's shown over and over that, he's just not good at defending takedowns. He's
Tell me when the
not
shot's coming.
really good off his back. He's still dangerous. I've seen him submit cats who he shouldn't have. I've seen him, even knock motherfuckers out from his back. But when faced with real high level grapplers, he's it's been very quick. Like, gets very dark for him very fast. Reinier de Ridder didn't have a great showing in his debut against Gerald Meerschaert, but I just feel like he still has really good grappling, and if he's able to get his hands on Holland, I think it's going to get dark soon. So Holland's definitely going to have to keep him at distance. Try and, definitely just avoid all grappling exchanges.
Tell me when the shot's
But
coming.
I don't know. I also believe that, Kevin Holland's best route to victory possibly in this fight is going to decision. I don't think unless he catches Ritter, but I don't think that's going to happen. Renner to Ritter, I think he has the finishing capabilities, especially if he's able to get a hold of Holland. So he might have to take a few to actually make that happen. But I think, Kevin Holland has just shown me that if he goes to the ground, it's kind of, I don't want to say he gives up, but it's just kind of, I haven't seen him get back up many times after he's gone down. So I'm going with the Ritter in this one.
I've got to disagree. The route to being ranked in 185 is through Kevin Holland, and I think Kevin Holland is the how do you put that? Fraud checker.
Fool's not even ranked.
I know he's not ranked, but that's because you know what I mean. He's had some rough ones here and there, whatever. Some people gotten by him.
He doesn't take shit serious. That's what it is, bro. Like he's like I think we talked about this. He's at a point in his career where right now is like literally if he wanted to really be a title contender, he needs to take this shit serious right now. And even then, because of where he's at in his career, age-wise and all of that, it's like he really only has like one shot. Like he can't make multiple title runs, I don't think.
Not making a title run. He's never going to make a title run. He's the guy that Dana can call up, or one of the guys he can call up and go, hey, I need you to fill in this spot. You know what I mean? And I need you to fraud check this person. You know what I mean? And see if he's worthy of moving past you.
I almost feel like he makes enough money that like because of that, like he's willing to step in, and I'm sure he's negotiated really good terms for himself when he does that. That now it's almost like I feel like he doesn't have to take fighting seriously the way he should. I feel like he's like almost going in like, hey, I'm gonna go in there and try to win, but if I don't, I've made enough money over time, let alone like probably makes enough with just his fucking first half, that if he doesn't get his second half, he's not tripping too much.
He's not, but he's always going to put on a good fight. He's always going to show up. He's always going to be, you know what I mean, at weight as he's supposed to be as a professional. But I think he can keep the Ritter out. You know what I mean? Keep him from surpassing him. I think he's going to win. I think he gets this fight. I think he keeps the Ritter at distance. He doesn't allow him to grapple him. And Kevin Holland is very much a fighter that's lose one, win one. Lose one, win one. That's why he kind of always sits around, you know what I mean, that top 25 or top 15 kind of spot. Or between 25 and 15, not even in the top 15, but like right there in that area.
And he jumps fucking weight classes.
And he does, because that gives him more viability to be fighting and more reason for the UFC to keep him around, right?
Win, lose, or draw, me love fighting.
That being said, I think Kevin Holland is going to be able to keep the Ritter out of here. I think he's going to be able to keep him at distance. I think he's going to be able to strike him and show the Ritter strikes that he's never seen, not necessarily never seen before, but at that length. That being said, Kevin Holland's my pick. I think the Ritter is going to need to go back to the drawing board. I think at some point he's going to be good in the UFC, and he's going to be the type of cat that can beat Kevin Holland. I just don't think it's going to be this weekend.
I believe in me too.
All right, moving on to the heavyweight division. We got Jailton Almeida going up against Sergey Spivak. We got Almeida coming in. They're 7-1 in the UFC, 21-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Spivak coming in. They are 8-4 in the UFC, 17-4 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Almeida in this one by either submission or decision. They're going to be the older of the two fighters by 4 years. Slightly longer of the two, most likely the edge in the grappling, in particular in the strength department. I believe they're definitely going to be the stronger of the two fighters. Spivak is going to be younger and just have slightly less in the reach. He's going to have slightly less reach than Almeida. An edge in grappling, the edge in striking and decent grappling, but I do believe he's going to want to try and keep this on the feet and avoid those grappling exchanges in order to find his route to victory. Almeida, he's definitely just going to march forward, throw something to just try and find that entry and then shoot right in for a takedown, get you to the ground and either submit you or ground and pound. That is what should happen as long as he doesn't just go diving for a leg and is so fucking like trying to get the takedown so much so that he just sticks around too long, because that's what happened with Curtis Blades. He just stuck around his legs too long and then freaking Blades just gave him like dozens of unanswered shots to the head. So, I mean, if he's able to just drive through, get Spivak to the ground, then this will go pretty quickly, I would say. But yeah, I'm going with Almeida in this one.
Jolton Almeida for the win. Jolton Almeida will he's gonna fuck up Spivak. I literally at this very moment added him to my fucking parlay. So Jolton Almeida, I mean, I think he he's got many routes to victory. Obviously with the hands is probably his best route to victory.
What did he say?
But he's able to get things done on the ground. What the fuck? Why are you looking at me like that?
He's gonna get this done with the hands.
I said he can. I said he has hands. He can get it done with the hands.
We'll run this one back too.
Obviously with the hands is probably his best route to victory. Obviously with the hands is probably his best route to victory.
Obviously with the hands is probably his best route to victory.
Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, back before I was fucking so rudely interrupted. Jolton Almeida will win against Sergey Spivak this Saturday at UFC. What was it 311? 311. Ass whooping.
I would say more so that you were just being redirected, but it's all good.
Whatever.
Take it how you want to take it.
I don't like it. I
don't like that
what the
shit.
fuck. Like, don't interrupt my goddamn what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because what I'm doing is winning. All I do is win.
Hey,
All I do
it's a
is
conversation still at the same time.
All I do is fucking win.
All I do is
No matter what.
no matter what.
All right. I mean, it. Bruh, you act like you're
Like I'm the greatest?
I mean,
Like I can't be beat?
You're doing well, but I feel like you think that this is just how life is. Like, bruh, you got lucky. It was one lucky year, my G, and then
lucky year.
and then you got two lucky bouts at the end of the card, because and I'm not even gonna say two lucky bouts at the end. I'm just gonna say overall there was just a lot of fuckery on that card.
I think you were just hating on
Just
my girl
wild.
dump truck Dern, and you knew I had it. Like, you know what I mean? I knew she had it. You can't beat an ass like that, bro. Come on. Come on, bro.
And that's a fact.
All right, folks. Moving on to a lightweight bout. We have Beneil Dariush going up against Renato Moicano. We got Dariush coming in 16-6 with one draw in the UFC, 22-6 with that one draw overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Moicano coming in 12-5 in the UFC, 20-5 with one draw overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Dariush in this one by either KO or decision. Not my favorite choice. I want to go with Moicano, but if I'm being honest with myself, I just feel like even though Dariush is coming off of a layoff, he's still the more skilled fighter just overall. Dariush is going to be slightly shorter than Moicano. They're going to share the same reach though. You got he's going to be well-rounded out of the two. Like he's got sneaky hands, but his base is in grappling, and he's a very good grappler. Kind of just very technical, but still able to find finish. Like he has finishing power and capabilities. So it's just sneaky, and he looks very unassuming. He looks like a fucking dad and like a dude that like wears a doctor's jacket and scrubs, which pretty sure he might be a doctor. I'm not sure, but Moicano, he's gonna be slightly taller of the two, which will give him an advantage and hopefully keeping Dariush like on the outside, but Moicano's not known for his hands. So they're both gonna be going for the grappling. I think Dariush might try to mix in a little bit of striking, but Moicano's definitely just gonna try and gain entry for takedowns and then eventually try and wrap Dariush up and choke him out. I just don't know if he can do it. I feel like Dariush can offset that grappling and then possibly make it a striking fight, or just be the more skilled grappler and put Moicano out. So I'm gonna be going with Dariush in this one. Yeah, here we go.
You're done. Are you done with your statement? You're done with your nonsense. I'm tired of this nonsense. Money Moicano is going to win this fucking bout. Goddamn alligator arm fucking Dariush. You said they have the same fucking reach. There's no fucking way. Anyway, that being said, Moicano is not as great a striker as Dariush. Dariush definitely has the power. Definitely has great striking ability, but I don't think he's going to outclass Moicano. Now, Moicano can fuck up and decide that he wants to get into a phone booth with him, and that would be a terrible idea. But if Renato Moicano takes him to the ground and that's his game plan, there is no reason why he can't win this particular bout. But if he gets that pride thing that we see that happens with fighters, where it's like, I'm gonna beat him in his own game. Well, no, you're fucking not, because he's been practicing his own game for fucking years now, and you're gonna get your fucking ass beat. That being said, Renato Moicano, Money Moicano, is going to get RayBucks more bucks and more money.
Moicano wants money.
Okay, whatever, my G. Like, do you know? There's gonna be a few more fights about that. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna pose this statement in, and this is one of those fights where if you look at Moicano, I mean, he's been doing his thing lately, but I mean, if you really break it down, a lot of this was is kind of circumstantial. Like, he was going against Drew Dober. Dober was whooping his ass and then just made a mistake to where literally they were neck and neck, and then fucking Dober was starting to literally pull away in the third round, made a mistake, and then Moicano was able to fucking like capitalize on it enough to squeak by with a win.
Agreed. And I believe that Drew Dober is the exact same fighter as Dariush. They're like they literally are built the same, they fight the same, like, so Moicano was still able to get one over on him.
He faced Jalen Turner and lost. Like, if we really want to break this shit down, he got fucking put on his pockets, and Turner, not being fucking, I don't even know how to explain. He thought he had a walk-off. Then he turns around, sees that this fool's still ready to go. He had an adrenaline dump, fucking gassed out. Fucking Moicano gets him to the ground. I think ground and pounds him out. So it's like, again, another circumstantial victory, if you ask me. And then with Benoit Saint-Denis, yeah, I would say that his most definitive win here recently. Got him on the ground, fucking started fucking his eye up, and it was a wrap for him, and they actually, they had to stop the fight, because of the eye. So I'll give him that one, but it isn't like he's just been like running through fools to get to this point. And Dariush, like, he's fought nothing but like killers here recently, especially at the top of the lightweight division. So I just want to say that Moicano, although he's been super impressive here recently, you can kind of I'm not putting asterisks on those wins, but I'm saying there are some circumstances around those wins. So I'm going with Dariush though. That's just.
I mean, I don't hate your pick. It's very valid. It's not right, but it's valid. You know what I mean? I respect it.
Uh-huh.
But talking about money more Econo right here.
And I'm fucking here to take over all these motherfuckers. I'm here to take over. I'm the fucking best.
All right, moving on to the light heavyweight division. We got a bout between Yuri Prochazka going up against Jamal Hill. This fight was originally supposed to happen for the belt a couple times, but then both these dudes experienced injuries that put them out of the fights. And I guess just being good guys and honorable dudes for the division to not hold it up, they both vacated their titles when this happened. I mean, I guess giving way to fucking Alex Ferreira to just come in and fucking
whip both their asses.
So anyways,
and Yuri twice.
This fight's finally happening, not for the title, but most likely probably for, I mean, I guess not even for number one contendership, because Prochazka's already gotten beat. Hill's already gotten beat. You know, we got Prochazka coming in. They're 4-2 in the UFC, 30-5 with one draw overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Hill coming in. They're 6-2 with one no contest in the UFC, 12-2 with that one no contest overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Hill in this fight by either KO or decision. He's going to be the slightly older of the two by a year, taller than Prochazka. And I believe when matched up against Prochazka, he'll be the more technical striker. And he does have some grappling, you know, in his pocket if he needs to pull that out. Prochazka is going to be the younger of the two, slightly longer in reach. His route to victory, though, is he just has unorthodox striking. So he could just pull something out of fucking wherever and just catch Hill, and, you know, Hill be waking up looking at the lights. He's kind of chinny, though, now at this point. So I just feel like...
See, I disagree with that fucking take, bro.
I just feel like Hill is gonna catch him, and if he does, there's a strong possibility that Prochazka's just gonna fucking fall.
But Prochazka's been getting caught by fucking Alex Pereira. Like, he's not just getting caught by fucking everybody in the fucking in the division.
Okay,
like,
well then I'll go one further. Like, Jamal Hill had a definitive victory over Glover Teixeira. Yuri Prochazka literally squeaked out a submission with 5 seconds left because Teixeira was tired as shit, jumped Gilly, fucking, which was a horrible move, and just gave up his back. And fucking Prochazka was able to choke him out, which I believe if Teixeira was of, you know, the mind to know that he only had 5 seconds left before the fight ended, and then he would have won by decision, that he wouldn't have choked out, or at least gotten choked out, like for real, like didn't tap and just fucking, oh well, Prochazka won because this nigga's out, you know. But also, if the bell rang before he went out, I don't know, maybe he wakes up, but it's still okay because it was after the bell. I don't know. But anyways, so I got to go with Hill on this one. I just think that Prochazka, he's dope, but I think he's reached his ceiling.
I'm gonna go with man bun.
Oh my God.
I hate his man bun, to be honest with you. Like, it's not my fucking pick. I hate that. Like, when I gotta like bet on people that got like dumbass haircuts like that, like crazy to me.
Or no beard.
Or no beard, bro. Like, have a fucking beard, bro. If you're gonna be from a stan and your name ends in V, where's your fucking beard at? What the fuck is going on? Anyway, that being said, Yuri Prochazka, I just think you've got to respect somebody who's willing to fight Alex Pereira twice in a year, and on, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to. He definitely didn't have to. Yuri Prochazka also has great grappling. And I don't think that Jamal Hill. I want to say he outclasses Jamal Hill in grappling. In my opinion, I do.
You're tripping.
You can say whatever
That's
you want.
vice versa, actually. What you just said is actually like you just need to reverse that.
I'm not
man.
reversing shit.
Whatever. It's all good, bro. Like I said, it's the second card of the year. You just kind of carried over a little bit of 2024 into the first fucking event. That's cool. Boom. First pay-per-view. It's a whole. This is different, bro. It's different, and I'm telling you, you need to fucking be more, aware of what you're doing. But hey,
I need to be more aware of my winning.
You got anything else you want to share?
You're Broshka for the win, man. You know what I mean? I love how somebody,
all year, my nigga.
some
all
fucking
year.
body.
It's fuck you all year. Fuck RayBuck. Fuck his record. Fuck his decision making. Fuck his notions, hunches, all that shit. All 2025. We don't give two shits about what RayBuck has to say over on this side. Now, he can fucking win as many cards as he wants.
I will.
That don't mean shit to me.
Oh, winning doesn't mean shit to you.
Hey, that's too much. Now you stepped over the line. Now we won't be talking that kind of shit.
All right.
Oh, no. It's about standing on what you believe in, and I believe in my picks. You just go. That's all you do. Me, on the other hand, bruh, like this is coming from somebody who's seen what goes on, and then freak shit be happening. That's all it is.
And so then we sort of develop some of these coping mechanisms where, I know it sounds kind of weird, but there's actually research that shows that coping mechanisms lead to poor outcomes.
Let me get this correct. All you're doing is making right picks, correct picks. But then like weird shit is happening to like keep you from winning.
Yeah.
The universe is hating on you.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, love you, universe. Keep bucking with me. Let's run it.
You've heard the term beginner's luck.
Beginner? That was a whole year, bro.
Yeah, your first year. It's rookie shit, right? So you're beginner, right?
Yeah, I'm the rookie of the year.
There you go.
I'm the rookie of the year.
There you go. So there you go.
So you're telling me about to have like a sophomore slump?
It's like the first time, wasn't like the first time we went and played craps, you did well? Shit like that, It's just.
So what are you telling me? Am I having a sophomore slump this year?
Yes.
Even though I started the beginning of the year off? Fucking solid as fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can we move on to the next?
Yeah, I would love to.
That'd be great. Tired of your shit, bro.
Moving on to the co-main event of the evening. We have a bout between Merab Dvalishvili going up against Umar Nurmagomedov. We got Dvalishvili going in 11-2 in the UFC, 18-4 overall, and are currently riding an 11-fight win streak. We got Nurmagomedov coming in 6-0 in the UFC and 18-0 overall. I'm going to be going with Dvalishvili in this one. I'm going to be honest with you folks. Like, this is kind of it's not biased, but I would say, yeah, I'm more so picking with my heart here than necessarily saying that like the smart money is on the Nurmagomedov. Reason being is I can't quite put my finger on where Dvalishvili's at. I can't tell whether he is super motivated because he feels disrespected and believes Nurmagomedov needed to fight a few more fights before getting to the title, considering Merab literally is in the middle of an 11-fight win streak, which means he literally fucking had to win 10 fights in a row before getting a title shot. And this guy's coming in with 6 fights in the UFC under his belt against lower level competition. Dvalishvili's literally faced fucking former champions and, high level title contenders and smoked them all. And fucking this guy just comes in because of his name, basically. And, like Nurmagomedov's dope, but I can understand why Dvalishvili's mad like that. But I can't quite tell whether he's trying to psych himself up because he's kind of like knows he's got a fucking fight in front of him, or if it's truly just like, nah, bro, like I'm I'm pissed because this fool is literally skipping the line. So I want to say that nobody's afraid of anybody in the UFC. You know, there's definitely not matchups that are ideal when you know that like somebody's really versed in something that you may be lacking in. But I think everybody's confident that like they can impose their skills on somebody else.
Okay.
So I assume that Merab is going to have decent grappling. He's not just going to get, you know, controlled by Nurmagomedov. He has okay hands, but definitely, you know, is gonna Nurmagomedov is gonna have the edge in that department. I think the X factor in this fight is cardio. This is gonna be a 5-round fight, you know. So if Merab can get one of those first 3, and this fight ends up going into the 4th and 5th rounds, I think that's when Merab comes on, pours on the cardio, you know, literally shows why he's called the machine and is able to then, you know, kind of just overtake the fight. He's going to be the older of the 2 by 5 years, slightly smaller, but he's, like I said, that cardio is literally a weapon of his. You know, some people don't like that term, weaponizing cardio, but it's the truth. He got wrestling. He train wrestles nonstop, just going for takedown after takedown after takedown. And he's like okay with the hands, you know. But Nurmagomedov is going to be the younger and slightly bigger of the two. Definitely well-rounded. He has good grappling and good hands. Probably will have the edge in the striking. If he's able to catch Dvalishvili's been dropped. He hasn't been finished. So it remains to be seen if like he'll be able to knock Dvalishvili out. But when they wrestle, I mean, I just don't know if it's going to be a stalemate or if they're, you know, if Nurmagomedov is going to have the edge in that department. But I've seen him get tired. I've seen him go up against cats that, you know, like in his most recent fight against Corey Sandhagen, he did better than Sandhagen and he won the fight, but he definitely struggled. And I just don't know if someone with Merab's type of pace, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up with that pace, even though, you know, he carries the Nurmagomedov name. Like, not all those guys are like Khabib. So, and even Khabib, there's another, you know, more circumstances, circumstantial. People are going to hate this, but I'm not too impressed with Khabib's fucking run. All right, so I know people's probably going to kill me for that.
Why don't we
but
save that for like a short or like a, because you're about to go and do
cool. We'll save that for another time. But Nurmagomedov is definitely getting skipping the line, in my opinion. So I don't know if he's necessarily cut out, you know, to beat Merab the way people are saying he's just gonna smoke him and actually making it sound like he like Dvalishvili's scared of him. That's fucking crazy. So I'm going with my guy Merab in this one. That's my pick.
Fucking one of the best picks you made all day. Brilliant. I'm gonna go with Merab as well. Merab just not knocked out, but he just beat fucking O'Malley. Right? O'Malley is far better of a striker than Nurmagomedov.
I can see that.
So if that's what our scary point is on this particular fight of like, well, he might get caught, he might get knocked down, which he did get knocked down, but not knocked out by Sean O'Malley. Then I'm not too worried about the ground game. I think Merab maybe is slightly not outclassed, but like there's a little bit higher Nurmagomedov ability to wrestle than Merab has, but he's not outclassed. He's not going to look bad out there. That being said, if he doesn't have striking like O'Malley, and Merab was able to deal with that, and now we're just talking about a slight edge in the wrestling, Merab takes this. Merab gets a dub.
O'Malley didn't have no wrestling though, and he kind of knew going into that fight. He was like, he knew he was. I feel like O'Malley kind of knew he was going to lose that fight, but he was just hoping like, hey, I might catch him. I
think O'Malley does have like decent wrestling defense or like takedown defense. He's not like once he's in there or once somebody's in there, like
kind of wrap.
It's a little bit of a wrap, but you know what I mean. I think Merab was able to get around that and do some things, and I really feel like Merab is gonna keep his title.
I also think that Merab finishes by way of decision. Like,
he does.
I think that's his mindset is to just break you for 5 rounds. I don't think if he can find a finish, dope. But really, he just wants to fucking take your soul from you fucking for the whole fucking, fight where you just feel Mario size fucking by the time you're done.
I completely agree with it. And it's like, I fucking hate decision machines. Like, if this was any
He's one of the ones I enjoy, though.
Yes, no, and that's what I'm saying is there's decision machines who are just point fighting. They're just going to hold you. They're going to control you. They're whatever. This dude's literally going to put it on you, but he doesn't really have power to put you out most of the time. But he's putting it on you the entire time.
Yeah, it just wears on you.
And it just wears on you, right? Like, I hate decision machines. Like, if you go through all the other videos we've ever done, like, that good dude's a decision machine, I don't fuck with him. Fuck that. But Merab is one, but it's he's exciting. He's constantly moving. He's constantly changing levels. He's constantly throwing shots from different angles. He might get into like a grappling situation. He might keep it standing up. You don't know. I think he's very elusive in that.
That fool fucking carried. He's kind of a showman too, because he carried fucking Cejudo across the cage like a baby, and then fucking like was dominating O'Malley to the point where he gave him some kisses on his back. Like, it's just funny shit. Just like, what are you doing? Yelling at his coaches. Like, yeah, he's kind of. I mean, he's in. Like you said, for a decision machine, he at least makes it fucking fun to watch. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. Because other than that, I don't like decision machines. There's never been one. There's been very few that I've ever picked, even on this channel. So that being said, Merab, Dvalishvili.
Brain damage.
Dvalishvili.
Bro, learn to read and speak English.
Bro. You know what I'm talking about. Merab, running it. Let's go.
Dvalishvili. Say it how you read it.
Moving on to
the main event of the evening.
I'm gonna go throw a piss.
Bringing more of that 2024 shit into the new year, bruh. I guess you go with what works, right?
That's what works.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
If bro takes a piss during the episode, you're almost guaranteed he's gonna win the card.
Absolutely right.
Shit. Fuck it. I'm running through this fucking fight now. Then fuck that. By myself. All right, folks. Moving on to the main event of the evening. We have a lightweight title fight between Islam Makhachev going up against Armen Tsarukyan. We got Makhachev coming in 15-1 in UFC, 26-1 overall, and are currently riding a 14-fight win streak. We got Tsarukyan coming in 9-2 in the UFC, 22-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'd like to note also that Makhachev will be making his 4th title defense. He's defended his title 3 times now. Makhachev's going to be the older of the 2 fighters by 5 years, taller, and is becoming more well-rounded as, they evolve. But really, their bread and butter's in the grappling, and they're most likely going to have the edge there this time around again in this fight. This is a rematch. Makhachev took home the victory fighting Tsarukyan when they were on the come-up, and now they meet again for the title. We got Tsarukyan as the younger and longer of the 2 fighters, very well-rounded in their own regard. And I would say that they probably have the edge in cardio and striking. I I'm going to be going with Makhachev in this one, though. I just believe that, I actually was going to go with Tsarukyan, and then bro here made a very good point about just like, because like I had kind of alluded to it, but he really like, said it for what it was. Like Tsarukyan okay, so Makhachev is just a dog and fucking, lives in the gym. Basically, his whole lifestyle revolves around the gym, except for, I guess like maybe his family home life, which who even knows? I'm sure at some point those intersect. But he's always in the gym, lives in the gym, and even though he's a champ, he's still, it kind of seems like as opposed to having to fulfill all these, appearances and obligations and interviews and all this stuff in media, I feel like he makes it all come to him at the gym, and he takes care of it all at the gym. So, when bro explained that to me, I was like, that is true, because Tsarukyan, I had already kind of said it, but then he just confirmed it on his end, and just drove it home for me, where Tsarukyan is kind of like, I believe he's like Armenian royalty, or just like very affluent in Armenia. So like he takes me more for like a rich kid who has the resources to become a high level mixed martial artist. So it's kind of like you got Makhachev, who has resources of his own and facilities and all these places and things, and people that he can get around him to make him a high level mixed martial artist. But he also does incorporate the grit. You're going to see him running up those mountains and, doing like, on the fly training, flipping over stones, or,
Dagestani shit.
Doing things on certain types of terrain that aren't actually, necessarily catered to mixed martial arts. Whereas Tsarukyan just takes me for the type who's literally just in facilities, getting all the sports science and, supplements and, just like all the things that like a LeBron James almost kind of, where, he's just super invested in it, but like, is he really like, is the mindset to be like a dominant champion who is here to stake his claim and build his legacy? I'm not sure if it's quite that. I feel like it's more of just a young dude who, wants to be the best, but is also, a fan of the glitz, glamour, all of the shiny things that come with being a champion as well. So with that being said, I'm going to be going with Makhachev in this one, because I just feel like he is a true champion who not only needs to start getting more of these true lightweights under his belt during this championship tenure, but also just is very just much like this is who he is. He's just a Dagestani wrestler who is evolving in the stand-up game and is trying to basically blaze his own trail outside of Khabib's shadow. And I'll say that this is kind of circumstantial, where he kind of got boosted up to the title a little fast. I'll say that myself. I do feel like, Makhachev got boosted up to the title a little fast, but I mean, he's just super dominant. Although he's faced a featherweight 2 times who had to move up to his weight class, and one time off of the couch, literally. So his title run has kind of been a little weird, I mean, Dustin Poirier's cool, but we all know that when it comes to the grappling and things like that, like
he's gonna get his ass whipped.
Yeah, and he's gonna take you to deep water, but he's like not a walk in the park, but also like how to defeat him, and then he fought a Charles Oliveira that wasn't even Charles Oliveira. Even he'll say it himself, that wasn't him. That was like Charlie Oliver, fucking Pooh Bronx, fucking
such a bro.
fucking from from Puto Box fucking Fight Academy.
Bro, I can't fucking. I can't.
Not even. He was like he's from like Brazzers and not Brazil.
Chill the fuck out, bro.
Bro.
Chill the fuck out, bro.
But hey, I don't think he put it quite into those words, but he would say himself that wasn't him in that fight. That wasn't him. You know, so like, hey, I'm just saying, Makhachev.
Such a fucking crazy.
I'm sorry that
this
Charles
is a breakdown,
Oliveira had
bro.
to catch those strays because that's my guy.
Sorry, mate.
But if we're being honest, like that wasn't him in that fight. So when you really break it down, has Makhachev really faced stiff competition that comes with being the UFC champion? And I think this right here is his first real like test, you know, going into what will be, you know, the remainder of his title run. You know, if he gets this is going to be a definitive win over a true lightweight. And, you know, we'll be able to see what he does against, you know, more of these guys down the road, get more different matchups, and possibly even move up. But, yeah, Makhachev for the win.
Makhachev for the win.
Smash.
I agree with it. Craziest breakdown I've ever heard from you. This man's from Brazzers, not Brazil. That's wild as fuck. You know what I mean? He's like, you call Charles Oliveira Charlie Oliver.
I was saying that,
Like-
bro, that was not Charles Oliveira. That was Charlie Oliver, fucking from Puto Box Gym. It was Charlie Pooh Bronx Oliver from Puto Box Gym, fighting out of Brazzers, South America.
Yo.
Oh shit! Salute to my guy Charles Oliveira, bro. Shit, you know it's all love.
Bro, I can't wait till we go to a UFC event. He sees you, bro. Fucking gives you the business. Anyway, Makhachev for the win. He's won his last 5 fights. He's a minus 410 favorite. All he does is live in the gym. He's got the full beard. I mean, that's
the
real,
Abe Lincoln beard
He's got
too.
the
No
Abe Lincoln,
mustache like
no mustache.
Umar. That's what Angelo said. Angelo said that maybe that's what it is if you have the bottom beard, you got the grappling. But when you grow that little mustache, then that gives you the striking.
I understand it now.
So a fully bearded Dagestani is like fucking Super Saiyan level.
So what if you're like us, right? Like what if you just got like the little beard and the fucking and the mustache? So you're just like not
Goes
quite.
in.
You're just like a journeyman. Like
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
just
like good enough.
Krillin, bruh.
What the fuck? Makhachev for the win. I think I just made a. Did I make a phone call? Anyway, I just heard my shit like go off like that. And 9-5 last go around.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
All right. Well, before we get into all that, fucking, you got any parlays? First off, folks, that concludes our picks, our predictions picks, and a portion of the show. You got any parlays, man?
I do got some parlays.
All right, let's go.
Parlay got here, just so y'all know. You know what I mean? Even though my parlays haven't been looking great recently, but they're getting ready to be great. So, that being said, first parlay of the night, or first fight of the parlay of the night is going to be Ulanbekov, followed by Sopaj, followed by Nakamura. Now, that's a 3-picker. Add Perez in there to make it spicy 4.
He's looking spicy.
And then add Almeida in there for the spicy 5.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? You see that? Like,
yeah, you got the 5-pick.
5-picker, baby.
Okay. I'm gonna be more humble. I'm just coming with another one of those, basic little 3-pick parlays. So I'm gonna be going with, but it's gonna be a main pick parlay. So let's do that. It's gonna be Utica's main card, 3-pick parlay. We got Dariush, Jamal Hill, and Makhachev for the win.
Don't put a lot of money on that, y'all.
Killjoy.
Just gonna say, because that's not the one. But hey, I mean, I get it. I respect it.
Yeah.
There's there's a dog in there, I think, somewhere, or two.
All right.
Cool. I mean, I'm just asking if you guys like to win. If you guys want to win, don't do that shit. But if you guys want to just roll the dice, so to speak, do that shit.
Whatever, bro. This is a fucking, like I said, one good year, bro. And now this fool's gassed up. You know who had a good year was the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins had a good year prior to last year, or this past football season, and then fools shit the bed this year. Like everybody's good for a one-off. The Washington Commanders, doing great this year. First playoff appearance and win since 2005. 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a good year.
You're right. Right?
All right. So
they won.
Also too, like when you're a champion, right? Like Merab, he's not really but he's not really the champ yet until he defends this title.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you like the definitive champion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Islam, he only has one.
Last week was my first title defense.
He has one title defense against a true lightweight in Poirier, whatever. This one's gonna be the real joint. Like that's what it is. It's like you got to prove it to me twice, bro. Prove it to me twice. What, you won the first card this year? Whoopity-doo. What's it gonna look like December 31st? What's it gonna look like December 31st? That's what I want to know.
I'll probably be like 40 up on you or something like that, or because I'm only gonna get better. I'm like wine. I'm only gonna get better with time.
Oh my god, corny, lame, bull.
Anyway, hey folks, bro won the last card. He was 9-5 on the night. I was 7-7. He beat me in head-to-head matchups. Even Deasley, he hates it. I understand. It's all good, my guy. So yeah, he's beginning the year off, as the all-time picks leader and the picks leader for 20. Hey, yo, my guy, Diesel, come on, my guy. Hey, he's up. He's starting the year out as the all-time picks leader still, and the leader so far by 2 fights for 2025. So good for him.
19 fights in total, though. Let's go ahead and put that out there.
He's currently at like a 50. Oh no, I'm sorry, a 60. High 61 percentile. Right now after
gonna be 70 soon.
Yeah, and then I'm in the high 50s. So we're gonna work on that. But yeah, currently he's still, running shit. So I'll give him that. Make sure that you check out the UFC Predictions Tracker to see how we stack up against everybody this week. This past card, we were kind of basically just middle of the field. We didn't do bad. We didn't do good. And, but, we're looking to do some things this week. So make sure that you check them out, see how we stack up against all the best in the game, and see who has the best picks for the week. I don't know what's going on right now. Outside of that, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. We really appreciate everybody who's newly subscribed. Check this out for the first time. Really appreciate y'all for helping us build this up. Really looking forward to making this channel one of the top channels for you to view in this betting picks and predictions sphere that we're in. And outside of that, since bro thinks he's too cool, just follow us on IG at Bros Talk MMA. You can follow me at Utica_SME. And make sure that you follow us for like the last fucking week or so left for last 6 days, I think, for TikTok. By the time you see this, it'll probably be only like 4 days left if they decide to really go through with that ban. So, yeah. Fucking check us out there at Bros Talk MMA as well. And you got anything, bro?
I'm the greatest that's ever done it. Greatest that's ever lived. I am the Rookie of the Year. I am Mr. Go through 500 plus fights and come out at 61%. I am Mr. Give me my belt. Hand me my crown. Parlay God. Greatest to ever do it, greatest ever will.
Fucking clown. Anyway. Well, folks, this has been another episode of Bros Talk MMA, your favorite picks, predictions, parlays, and just overall UFC MMA channel, on YouTube. I'm your host, Utica, undeniably the illest cat around, aka Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. Here with my bro host, Diesel, and also my brother bro host extraordinaire. What's your name?
RayBuck, Chuckle Jordan, Mr. Make This Pick Real Right. Y'all know what it is.
Oh, no, hey, motherfucker. I just got that shit. Fuck you. Never me making no plays on my name. Hey, quit touching my fucking microphone, bro. Anyway, we wish y'all nothing but the best. Happy betting. And until the next time, we out.